Can you believe that we are officially halfway through 2026 and it's just been, like every year is, an unbelievable one for the great state of WA. It's just all happening. Can't really, off the top of my head, list anything exciting that's happened, but I'm sure there's been some.
Off the dome, nothing comes to mind as to what has happened this year. Like, we've raced through the first 6 months. The only update of what happens in my weeks is when I listen to and watch your videos at the end of the week. Fitzy, with your Perth Weekly update. So I'm assuming you're going to bring a fair bit to the table as to what's happened in the first 6 months. End of the financial year. Happy new financial new year, if we say that.
Yeah, well, I wasn't aware. The Australian Tax Office still is unaware that I am a working citizen, so we just keep pocketing the cash. Carly, welcome to the show, making your debut.
I didn't want to try. I was like, I don't know. Like,
No, you're in. You're in.
Am I in?
Everyone's
You're
in.
here.
Take
You're
me
present.
into- I'm good to go. I'm
The
good to
mic-
go.
the mic-
I'm ready.
Your mic's muted.
Hey, you're not the first one to mute me from a mic.
That's
anyway,
true.
do we want to
Recently
talk about that?
sacked.
Yeah.
We-
Thanks for bringing that
Sorry.
up.
You brought it up
I did
within the
actually.
first minute.
happy end of financial year, Carly. How's unemployment
Tax return
treating
should
you?
be fairly
Yeah,
easy. You're unemployed.
Actually, I really need to break that to my accountant. I think he's going to be more heartbroken than me.
Well,
I
that's
might have
true.
to start doing my own tax.
Doesn't make any money off you anymore.
True. Yeah.
Well, you made a heap in the last financial year, so you should be okay. What springs to mind for you in terms of what's happened this year? Like, I can't think of any, like, no big change of leadership in a political party. Of course, you know, Pauline Hanson's gained some popularity, but, you know, it's not so much WA related. The only really thing I can think of is, you know, Fremantle are going really well, and clearly you know that as well. Fitzy, they're going to win the flag this year. That'll happen in the second half of the year. But that's the only, like, that's the big news. The biggest news thing of the year is Fremantle flying.
Yeah, well, I did go just back through the archives of the first 6 months,
Yep.
just to reminisce on some of the great moments. The year actually started pretty hot. I forgot that every second cigarette store was getting firebombed.
That's right, yeah. They've
What?
stopped doing that,
I
haven't
thought
they?
that was Melbourne.
Nah, it
It
came
over
here.
don't worry.
Yeah.
We
Oh my
do
God,
have
I'm
things
an
that
anxious
wouldn't.
person. I need to know about these things.
They're getting fired. I think it stopped recently.
Do
because
you
they caught-
dabble in the illegal tobacco industry?
Well, I only recently.
Because
she was
well,
unemployed.
Unemployment does do
I'm
funny things. I
unemployed.
don't know. This is we listen and we
Those
don't
Winnie
judge,
Blues,
Carly.
I cannot afford them. No, so recently I only found out about how big this industry is because I went with a friend who does dabble in the little
Yeah, of
illegal
course.
cigarette. And it's so funny because we had to go like late at night. This was in Brizzy, by the way. And like, it's so funny how like they're nondescript places. And then everyone just swarms out of their car all
Yeah.
at once. And then there's just people everywhere. And then poof, they're all gone.
Balga Gift Shop was one of them. So this is down the road from mine. Balga Gift Shop. Who goes to Balga to buy gifts, for one? And the place was always booming. I thought, geez, that's strange. It was at the Balga Plaza. Recently, it was
Oh,
one of
way
the...
to call them out.
Yeah, well, no, they've already been shut down.
okay, good.
You know, I'm not a rat. You know, you don't need to...
That's my spot. Don't you blow it up.
Don't fireball
This is
my
not
house.
an investigative journalism
But I
podcast.
thought, geez, it's got to be a front for illegal tobacco. And, you know, it was shut down a couple of weeks ago. And I think in that blitz where I think 40 shops in WA were shut down. But, yeah, Balga Gift Shop, it was a big red blinking light on top of it when I saw a Balga Gift Shop. And people were not buying gifts. They were buying lots of vapes and illegal
Which
tobacco.
can be a gift.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
you don't know they're not buying them as gifts.
Well, I think they're illegal. That's the point.
Come to think of it, probably a valid point, Sebastian. Speaking of, just reminiscing on the time that new crime stats came out and revealed that the safest area in Perth is the Rockingham region.
Rockingham. I just don't go there enough to give a judgment. Like, north of Perth doesn't feel that unsafe.
And from Balga, you speaking
Exactly.
from
I'm speaking
experience,
from
that's-
Balga, and I don't feel that unsafe.
What area are you?
I'm Balcata, so
A
represent.
nicer Balga.
Yeah, it's
No,
like
I'm in the dodgy like Wanneroo Road
Okay.
area of
Yeah,
Balcata. But can I make a confession? I've never been to Rockingham.
Never ever.
Never.
Swinging pig.
And I only see those photos of like the picturesque beaches. So I reckon people are saying that it's horrible to keep people away.
Oh, so you think underneath that facade of it's dodgy?
People are just trying to protect it
Right.
so all the tourists don't flock there. Is that right?
So that report is that it's safe, right, Fitzy? That's what you're saying?
you said it was the safest area. Maybe we'd do a West Bias on the road.
Yeah.
Investigate
That's
whether
true.
Rockingham's actually unsafe or not. Because the scenery, you're right, is actually unbelievable.
All the
beach-
photos I see, it genuinely looks like Bali or somewhere exotic.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. There's those take the piss videos where it's like look at this great landscape of Rockingham, and it's clearly not Rockingham, but
Yeah, well, it brings up
it's not
Balgo, and it's like the
Rockingham.
Swiss Alps.
Wait, am I getting like
Or maybe-
AI'd or chat
maybe.
GP, whatever it is? Am
There's
I
a
getting
chance.
pumped that they're not actually Rockingham photos? Because I just see white sand beaches when I see people.
there are some nice beaches. But I don't know.
I
if
just
they're-
need to
You're
go and
just
find
seeing
out for
TikToks of
myself.
like, oh, have you seen the Bell Tower redevelopment? And it's just the Eiffel Tower. You're like, whoa, they're doing incredible things in the CBD. And we will get to the CBD because we've got a brand new landmark there. Speaking of Perth landmarks, actually, the time the big cactus got worshipped, that was one of the
pretty
bigger
cool.
moments of the year. That was odd, but it was monumental.
Do you remember that, Carly?
I do, and I didn't really get it.
Yeah,
Like
right.
because I missed the whole lead up to.
Yeah. So you
And-
just saw these random delinquents.
Yeah, and
running.
so I just saw all the stuff on TikTok of everyone worshipping it or whatever, and I was like, okay, I don't understand what is the backstory. Is there some sort of spiritual backstory here? And then I was like, oh no, it's just a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. It was
Well, that's
just,
harsh. It could be spiritual to some. Like, spirituality
Oh, did
is
I- am I-
subjective.
Sorry, am I misrepresenting
Blasphemy.
this? Was there a missed meaning
That
here?
was just one TikTok, wasn't it? And then the guy.
Yeah, no, it did. It started with like an Instagram post. It just said, "Come worship the cactus," and then it suddenly it's like social media sometimes does hit the algorithm in the right way.
Yeah.
But we don't want to discredit maybe some who really do just feel a connection with the cactus.
Yeah.
So
I feel like people just wanted an excuse to leave the house.
also a fair point.
The
and
demographic was like
people who don't usually leave the house.
Yeah, exactly right. And unemployed.
I wonder if like anyone ended
Carly
up.
was there, front and center.
Hey, I'll be at the next one. I got time now.
Got time. She'll do the post.
I'll be the queen cactus.
And finally, the last thing that came to mind before we move on to the fresh stuff from the first half of the year, the great storm that actually wasn't bad. We had the cyclone week,
Yeah.
which hit kind of hit Exmouth pretty hard, hit Carnarvon relatively hard, and then sort of
Carnarvon actually came out looking better.
because it got flattened. Just got completely leveled. God, it's had a glow up. And then the one just a month or so ago.
Yeah, we've had some bad weather, to be fair, which is, makes us sound like a fucking boring place, but we've had some pretty average weather.
And a boring podcast, because as soon as weather chat starts coming out, you know that the date's going wrong. Carly, you're actually from over east.
I am. Yes. Don't hold it against me.
Not yet. We just want to hear sort of how this has happened and probably now where you stand, if you really, truly are a West Australian.
And
Okay.
can I just 4 years? Is that right?
4 years
yeah.
I've been here. So I'm originally from New South Wales, not Queensland. I did radio in Queensland, and my old boss used to literally tell people I was from Queensland. I'm like, do you know how insulting that is?
would
Like,
be.
it's such a rivalry, and it runs so deep. But yeah, so from New South Wales, originally been here 4 years, never stepped foot in WA when I accepted the job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, where am I moving?
Yeah.
And it was COVID too.
And it was Balcata, of all places.
Park was the first place. I was like,
Oh,
oh, this
really?
is actually nice. So 4 years I've been here, and I wanted to share with you guys, because I don't know, you know how sometimes people are just like not self-aware or you're just too close to things. I feel like there's things in WA that people from WA don't understand what it's like for people like myself when we first moved here, how much of a jump scare some of these things are.
It's
So
strange to
just strange.
experience.
Like, okay, this is so weird.
Right. So you've got some
I got some
examples.
stuff. I got notes. Now, in saying that, I want to be here till I die. Please adopt me like I'm
Oh,
obsessed.
you like it that much?
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. So please don't take these as insults.
Okay.
Although there is one that I'm going to insult. And when I did this on TikTok, everyone came for me in the comments.
right.
But I'm standing by it. Okay. This was so weird to me. Everything that is not in WA is over east. It's like no one here can do geography. Tasmania, Adelaide, Darwin, over east.
They are all
True.
east, but yeah, Darwin
Are they?
northeast. But I get it. Yeah.
That's probably, anything not here is
When I-
over east.
when
Like I heard someone say, I'm going over east to Tasmania. That's not over east.
Yeah.
It is in
southeast.
a sort of general easterly direction.
Yeah,
East,
it's everything is just
southeasterly.
over it. Like when we go to New Zealand, do we say we're going east?
Everything's east.
Everything's
Everything's
east.
east of here.
When we go to Bali,
Going
we
to
go,
Bali,
oh,
we're
we're
going
up
over
north.
east.
I'll get to
Going
Bali.
up north.
Okay, this one threw me. Being on the verge. So if you're on the verge over east, like you're about to have a mental breakdown.
Right.
And so when I come here and everyone's like, I'm on the verge, I'm like, me too. because the verge here means your front yard.
They're waiting, yeah.
But over east, it's like, I'm about to have a mentee bee.
Do you call it a nature strip? From
Yes, a nature strip, which
Yeah.
that sounds kind of sus, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Famous horse, but yeah, nature strip it's our verge, right? It's just that
Yeah.
grass strip at the front. It's our verge? Is that a verge?
Yes.
Nature
But I'd
strip is
never
the verge.
heard like
Yeah.
I'm on the verge before.
Yeah.
Sounds like an act that would
That's
lead
true.
you to being charged with indecent exposure. Just going for a nature strip.
Okay, so this is the one that was a little controversial that people didn't like on TikTok.
Okay.
Fat cat. I'm sorry, fat cat
Oh.
is terrifying.
Oh, really?
If I would never put my kids to bed with fat cat, that is nightmare fuel for those children. You guys all must be low key traumatized.
I thought he was networked around Australia, but
no,
he's only WA.
I grew up with Humphrey B. Bear. He put me to bed. And if you look up Humphrey B. Bear versus Fat Cat,
Fitzy's looked up a fat cat.
It's just cat.
We've just got help
don't you
fat
think?
cat.
Look at his dead eyes. Like, and he's done a lot for the children, raised a lot of money,
Yeah.
but like terrifying.
the overalls are a bit creepy.
Creepy.
The
I
thing is,
think it's his dead expression. And like he doesn't even look like a cat.
Yeah, he's not happy. He's not a cat. I've
thing-
never really
wait,
looked
fat
at him
cat
like
is
this.
not a cat?
Well, no, I think he is a cat, but
Does
you're
he have a
right.
tail?
He
I
doesn't-
don't see a tail.
Might have come off in an accident.
He looks like someone that has had 9 lives.
Yeah, well, he clearly has too. Look how many different outfits he's had over the years. He stole St. Patrick's hat in that bottom right picture, Fitzy.
I think he's got it in all of them.
But they're all
Well,
different, though.
If you want to see what there's Humphrey there. See, this is what I grew up with, Humphrey B. Bear. He was lovely, wholesome. Oh, see, there he is
Yeah.
side by side
Oh, he's
with
with
Fat
Fat
Cat.
Cat.
Oh,
I
they're
didn't know they
friends.
knew each
They're
other.
mates.
Well, are they both males? Are they
No,
both?
go way back.
Were they dating?
I don't know. That maybe we've uncovered something here.
Thing as a kid would be you knew Fat Cat was coming on at what 7:30, and you just have to try to distract the parents during that ad break.
Or stay incredibly still,
Very quiet.
as to not make yourself of notice to them. That was my tactic. Just whenever he came on, just extra still.
So you cop some criticism over Fat Cat. People were a little
Everyone
bit defensive about
So
Fat Cat.
defensive about Fat
Just
Cat.
don't chat shit about Fat Cat, really.
No, I've learned, and like
Yeah.
here I am again. I'm doubling
Doubling down, yeah.
But like
Wild.
I stand by it. He's terrifying. And again, done a lot for the children, raised a lot of money for telethon.
Do you reckon there's been one bloke over the years?
Oh yeah.
In the suit.
Yeah. Well, sorry to break it to you, Fitzy, but yes, Fat Cat is not a real person.
Oh, this is a revelation area. Just
Stop the pod. Just stop it.
stop it. Childhood's done. All right.
Actually, I think we now
I've
have to put a
actually- I've got
disclaimer at the
something.
start of the pod now, so we don't ruin Christmas or whatever, ruin bedtime for kids.
I'm never coming back to this. This is ridiculous.
So is that your 3?
Oh, I've got heaps more.
Okay. Give us
But-
one more.
Okay, I'll give you one more. Personalities. This is something I actually love,
Hmm.
but in no other, I guess, state or city is there a whole separate ecosystem
Yeah.
of celebrities specific to that place.
Well, it just works so well for personalities.
It
like
does.
It just rings true.
Yeah, can you imagine? Is mirthanalities a thing? I don't think it is.
Methanalities.
Methanalities. Well, that's just
They're from
that just goes side by side with personalities, really.
But I love it, and like it would be so cool because when I first moved here, I didn't know who all the personalities were.
Right.
So then I'd have people point them out and be
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god!" And do you know what really shocked me? Is some of the personalities have crossover to over east, like Burjo from Burjo's
Yes,
catchphrase.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was still with us.
Yeah. No,
And
he's
so
still, he's
I
still on
was-
radio.
I learnt that the hard way.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, I won't go into that story, but I was so shocked. I was at an event and he popped up, so I'm freaking out, losing my mind.
Come
being
back
like,
from the dead.
Oh my god, you're
Burjo's
alive!
alive.
And then I was like, not only is he alive, but he's in Perth. What the hell? And then it turns out he must have lived near me because I kept seeing it at Woolies at Vic
Yeah.
Park.
Oh, really?
But every time I got so excited.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
What constitutes what's the criteria to become a personality?
You want to be a personality.
Oh, you're on the way. You're on the
yeah.
way.
I mean, you're in there, and you want to know that you're in there. That's why you're asking.
Hey,
these
I
fucking
knew
questions.
who you were. It took
This
me
is-
a while.
This is self-indulgence at its finest. Oh, guys, what do you think makes
What do
a
you reckon?
personality?
Like,
You reckon
is that-
20,000 followers on Instagram, or is that the line, or what do you guys reckon? I'm like, I don't
from
care.
Perth, like I don't know, maybe like posts.
Maybe he does like weekly news updates, like
Like not to be specific, but like would that if anyone theoretically did that, would that make them a personality?
I do think you're a personality.
Do you know what it is? If you get an invite to
Yeah.
the movies at Karen Up.
Everyone gets invited to those.
That's so true. That's
You
so
probably
true.
invited
This
your
is me trying
girlfriend
to stroke my
to the
ego
movies
too.
Karen up.
I've only got the second-hand ones invites to that because
Oh, you're the
personalities.
plus one.
Yeah, I'm always the plus
That's
one. Like,
still something, I
yeah,
guess.
it's not too
Is
bad.
it his
but-
plus one?
No, Fitzy hasn't. Actually, you're probably not a personality if you haven't been invited to the Karen Up influencer.
No,
movie
not
night.
to the Karen Up ones. I did get an email about going to the opening of some racetrack, indoor racetrack recently. That one
Really?
was interesting.
You didn't take
You're
that
on
up.
your
That
way.
must
You're
have-
on your way.
that
Must
sounds
have been
sick.
busy that day. But Seb, it is time for the headlines. Let's see what's happening this week. And you have done up just an incredible sting.
Here we go.
This is West Bias News. We get a slither of our money back as the government hands back $100, originally just for fuel. Now you can do whatever the fuck you like with it. Maybe a third of a bag, perhaps? We've got to stay up for the Socceroos Friday night anyway. Fitzy, have you still got that guy's Telegram details? Another reason we're the city with a small penis, as Riverside Drive is set to erect yet another underwhelming-sized Ferris wheel. And woman puts her hand up for Fuckwit of the Year by attempting to put a fire out with her car. This is West Bias News.
I missed the steak sandwich, but we'll put that in there as well. But those are the news headlines this week. It was a pretty quiet week on the news front, to be honest, for WA, but I thought the $100 was probably the headline, and we'll touch on it more soon. But has everyone applied for their $100 yet?
Not done it yet. No, not done it yet. You probably want.
You need
Oh,
to.
I need to now that I'm unemployed. You think I'd be right onto it now that I've got time, and I probably
Identity
need a bit of
fraud,
cash.
probably make up some passports
Yeah,
and
you have
some
to-
driver's
your burner
licenses.
account.
Do you know what? I don't know. How do you do it?
Carlo Portch.
Carlos?
Carlos Portch.
With a mo-
I'll finally change my maiden name to my husband's.
How do you do it? Services WA app. It's pretty easy.
I don't
but-
have that. See,
You don't
once I
have
got to
it?
get an app, I'm like,
Yeah,
it's
I
too
know.
hard.
It's a bit of
but
a
it is
pain in the ass. I don't know
$100.
why I have it. I think it was COVID when you was sort of prompted to get it. I think there was another incentive back then, but I already had the app and it was pretty easy for me. It honestly took me a couple of
Well,
minutes.
tell me how. Like easy, like so. What you have the app, and then what? do you,
Download the app and then press pretty much apply for the $100. Takes you through to another page. You confirm your driver's license number, and then bang. They cross check it. They say it takes 3 to 5 business days. So hopefully by next Tuesday it'll be in the account, and I'll be hunting for next weekend.
how do they know where to put the money though?
Well, you lodge your bank details.
Oh, see, you missed a step.
Yeah, sorry. Well, as a part of the license, I think that same page is, your BSB and account number, which is weird because originally it was put out there as this is your fuel spending, it's for fuel. So we thought we were getting some sort of voucher, and now it's all of a sudden you just get $100 to spend on whatever you like, which is cool
Wow.
as well. But again, we have already paid for it with taxes, so we're sort of just
This is for some. If you legally
actually.
are
this is just fucking me and your money, Fitzy, going to Carly over here, who's
Thank
unemployed.
you. Appreciate it.
What a joke. These bludgers, I'm over them.
in the most WA way possible were website issues on day one. People complaining that they couldn't get through. It was laggy. It was taking them through the cycle of death.
Yeah.
Couldn't get through. But hopefully that's getting fixed. This actually isn't the first time that we've been offered a fantastic incentive in WA, though. I learnt this today from our great friend Jaden Ellis, who can probably hear us through the wall because we're speaking very loudly. He tells us every time. The tree bait. All West Australians aged 18 and over are eligible to claim one native tree.
Hang on,
If
so I
you
get paid
claim
for
a
this?
native tree and plant it in your garden, you can claim up to $150 from the Service WA app. Could anything be more thrilling in a way to make money?
What's the cheapest tree I can get so I can make a massive profit on this?
Guys, don't laugh at this, and this might show my age, but I've actually taken part in this.
Oh,
You're already a tree baiter.
Well, I am a tree baiter,
Have you
but
claimed the money? Jeez, you are
well, no.
unemployed.
I think this is a different thing, but it was similar. So apparently they were giving away free native trees, and all you had to do was like sign up. So I went to the thing, and I don't really know anything about trees or anything. So I went and got the tree, and then I called my mum to see how to plant it because she knows about plants and trees and gardening. And she's like, "Oh, what did you get?" And because I think I said I'll have whatever's left because you. So anyway, I got a eucalyptus tree.
Oh.
And I went to plant it in my backyard. I have the world's tiniest backyard. I'm in Balcatta. And my mum's like, you can't plant a eucalyptus tree in your backyard. Like, those things are massive. And I was like, oh, so then it just ended up dying in the little pot out the front of my house because I was too scared to plant it anywhere.
You got a free tree and then killed
And
the tree.
wasted it.
So it was sort of just a waste of time, wasn't it?
I know.
Did you
And
get
no
your
money.
$150?
No.
So I can now claim the money for getting that
Well,
tree?
I think you go buy a tree and then show the receipt and they'll give you $150.
Oh.
I've just looked at, native trees you can buy. A Hakea Lorena, $26. A lemon myrtle, $40. So you're making a $110 profit there. We're solving all your unemployment issues today.
You know what? I really could make some serious cash after this.
Just make up a heap of different driver's license. But there's another one as well, the fishing rebate. Have you seen that one?
The fishing rebate?
Yeah, you can go buy some tackle, I think up to $50.
Oh, righto. Can you go and catch any demersals yet or no?
No, so you can't actually go fish.
Okay,
But
great.
you can
Fantastic.
go buy some tackle for it, if you like.
For the inevitable time, the undisclosed time frame of when
exactly
people
right.
can catch fish again.
Strange story as well through the week. This was just on Wednesday morning. A woman accidentally set fire to clothes in a laundromat, drove her car into the business front doors following that. So she's tried to burn off a tag on her on a piece of clothing. So I think, you get your tag on the back of your shirt. She's tried to burn it off and then she's left the laundromat and somehow locked herself out. And then she's realized and become panicked because she's thinking that she's just lit something on fire in a laundromat and seen a small fire commence. So then she's trying to get back into the laundromat, is really scared that it's going to start spreading this fire. And so she rams her car into the front door so she can get in.
Fair enough.
Well, she's panicked.
It's crazy to think that she might be someone's emergency contact.
Yeah. It did make me think, what are some of the worst times where people have just panicked too much and made things even worse? So I've looked back at the top 3 times ever in history. 2014, a man in Seattle spotted a spider in his laundry. He, instead of using a shoe or, literally anything else, he grabbed a can of deodorant and a lighter. He created a flamethrower, how we've all done. He didn't just kill the spider, he set his wall on fire. Caused $60,000 worth of damage to his rental house.
Not ideal.
So
Can't get a
panicking.
rebate from that.
Is that one of those moments where you just go, this will be a bit of fun, and he's probably taken a bit too far?
I mean, he might have still had fun. Like, what if he didn't want the wall anymore?
Well, it's not his house to make that decision.
Oh,
'cause
probably.
it was a
Okay.
rental.
Yeah, that's a good point. Probably needed permission.
Observation number 2. A man at a servo in Victoria spilled a significant amount of unleaded on the floor of his car, so on the mat, which is weird. How does that happen? I think maybe he was filling up a jerry can. Didn't specify in this report. He wanted to clean it up quickly before it stained or clearly smelled. He pulled up to the servo's industrial vacuum cleaner, and with the fuel fumes plus the internal electrical sparks of the vacuum motor, it resulted in an immediate explosion.
Not
Set
great.
fire to his car. He survived, I believe. It didn't state whether he survived or not, but we'll just go with he has
I
survived.
feel like you should have read to the end of that article.
He lived happily ever after and didn't need any.
I had a
skin grafts or
similar
anything.
accident a couple of days ago, knocking down a couple cans of beer.
Yeah, that was shocking.
just here actually, and
Still stinks.
I survived, but it's pretty more heartbreaking than that because you've lost 2 cans of beer because they
Yeah.
cracked open. You
You
can't
just
drink.
suck it out of the
They're in-
ground, out of
they're-
the carpet.
Yeah, I
You
did that.
disgust me.
Done that.
This one's pretty shocking. I was, somewhat aware of this one, but this is from 1986. United Way of Cleveland wanted to break a world record and raise money by releasing 1.5 million helium balloons. 1986, weird time, clearly. As the storm approached, organisers panicked and decided to release the balloons early to get ahead of the weather. The cool air and the rain pushed the 1.5 million balloons back down to Earth instead of letting them disperse. They blanketed the city, completely clogged the local airport runways, and choked the local river, which tragically blocked a Coast Guard helicopter from rescuing 2 missing fishermen. There's 1.5 million balloons spread out in this city. No one can see shit. And they're trying to find a couple fishermen. There's just balloons
gone.
everywhere. Gone. That's just don't panic, people. And
This is
it reminded me of that.
Fantastic publicity stunt for West Bias. We're going to drop 2 million balloons on Perth.
Just not
I
before
don't. I
the
think
biggest
that's
storm.
illegal these days.
Yeah, it would
like,
be. It's
Balloons
just-
are illegal, aren't they?
Well, to release 1.5 million into the atmosphere would do all sorts of damage
my
to the
God.
environment, wouldn't it?
I wonder if that was
Yeah,
the
but it's
turning
cool.
point.
Enough of this woke nonsense.
We
It
are
looks
turning
cool.
very woke. But like with those balloons, they just pop and fall back down to earth. Is that right? The rubber, the latex.
I do remember there was a period of time when they tried to like meet people halfway and they were like, okay, fine, we know that balloons are environmentally horrible. So if you want to release them to honor your loved ones, put some seeds in there so that if they do pop, it'll regenerate. But obviously, it doesn't matter if it lands in the ocean and chokes a
That's
dolphin.
true, yeah.
They're just choking on seeds
Yeah.
and the balloon now.
Yeah, so we have stopped doing that, haven't we? It's a good point.
Balloons. Yeah, there's not
It
a
was
lot, not
probably
a lot
from
of
that
balloons anymore.
incident.
Moral of the story, yeah. I reckon that probably stemmed from a lot of, and there was clearly millions of dollars worth of lawsuits in that. But like, can you imagine starting from a charity, look, we're going to release 1.5 million balloons to people have died over this.
Well, it's like the AFL
was the
tribunal.
charity?
It's action, outcome, intent. Like I think the intent was there. The intent was good. The intent wasn't to kill anyone.
The thought process was shocking.
The execution wasn't ideal, and the outcome was tragic. All jokes aside,
Exactly right.
it was a tragic outcome. In less tragic news, something super exciting is coming to Perth. I think it's already here. I think it's opening as we speak. Like any good city, we now have a Ferris wheel next to the skyline. I feel like we used to have one in this exact spot like 10 to 15 years ago. I can picture photos of me on like my 6th birthday on a Ferris wheel on Riverside Drive, and it's back. We've got a Ferris wheel. What do you think? It looks I mean, that photo looks incredible.
Is that a concept?
No, I think it's real.
Isn't it?
I saw it the other day. I drove past it. It's
Yeah.
here. It's real. But also, how many Ferris wheels do we need? Like, you see the one down in Freo, there's never anyone on it.
I went to go on it with my partner maybe a month or so ago. She was really keen to go on it. Me, not so much. And I was just thrilled to find out that it wasn't working that day. Because I thought, yeah, like I'm saving 20
Just
bucks.
kept walking to Little
Maybe-
Creatures
Yeah,
Brewery
exactly.
instead. Sorry. Damn it. I'm going to have another beer instead, Ollie.
Wait. Did we just uncover a conspiracy theory? So this new Ferris wheel rolls into town
True.
and the existing one all of a sudden isn't
Parks up.
working? I smell sabotage here.
A rat in the system, possibly. They're also publicising the fact that this can see, city views. It can see the city, but like it's not. We're not up that high. We're 36 meters. The tallest one in the world. Have a guess. If that's 36 meters, what do you think the tallest one in the world is?
Oh, double it, at least. Triple it. 120 meters tall.
150, I think, is London Eye. And then we're going. That's not even the biggest. Biggest one, Abu Dhabi, 250
is.
meters.
Oil money.
Yeah, I know. Woke. No, actually not woke. They're not woke at all.
Woke.
But also, if you want to see nice city views, that's not far from Kings Park.
Put it up at Kings Park instead.
Well, no, I'm saying like
That
just
would
go
be
to
cool.
Kings Park. Do we
Well,
need a
yeah.
Ferris wheel? Like, do we? I don't.
Shiny lights.
It's open for the school holidays. Maybe the kids. Maybe
Oh,
the kids
maybe
will
the kids
enjoy
will
it.
like
Think of the kids.
it.
Think of
Yeah,
Fat Cat.
sorry,
Fat Cat would
sorry.
love this.
Fat Cat would
This is
be there.
actually Fat Cat's invention. He wanted a Ferris wheel in Perth. It also claims that then you can see like the hills on the other side, which I suppose you could. I mean, why not? Like it fits nicely next to the bell tower and things that you actually can't see from
It's-
very far away.
Well, just make it big. Like let's just go. All right, if we're gonna do a Ferris wheel, let's do the biggest one. Make it 260 meters. Be to Abu Dhabi. Let's just actually do something big
Well-
instead of just going not even half-assed, quarter-assed.
Couldn't they have just dragged the one from Freo there?
Well, what
But then there wouldn't be
size
one
would
in
that be?
Freo.
And what would I do when I go to Freo and I, not only cannot go on the Ferris wheel, but can't go on it because it's not even there.
I once went on it. I actually did go on that
Did you?
Ferris wheel on a day. I get it.
On a
Like, couple
day.
years.
Oh, wow. Ritzy date. Ferris
I
wheel Freo.
might be biased, but I hate Ferris wheels. I think they're terrifying. Who wants to just dangle in a little metal cage above the ground?
It's an enclosed cage. you
It's
know,
still a
you-
cage.
with windows.
Instead
And
of
it's swinging. Like, it's not even, like,
Yeah.
secure.
instead of a Ferris wheel, what would you?
You've got a history of swinging, Seth.
I'm a swinger. It's clearly, as you said, it's it's typical. Oh, what should we get to the city that's going to be interesting? Get a Ferris wheel. Bell towers similar to that. it's there's a lack of interest for it. I'd like the idea of maybe a cable car. I'm thinking of big, genuine things where when you think of Perth, you think of this attraction. Big cable car from Kings Park all the way to Freo.
Oh, to Freo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the longest, it'd have to be the longest cable car in the world. And that's people would get on that. Look over
What's
the
a cable
Swan River.
car again? Is that the thing where you're dangling?
Yeah, so like
why do we always have to be dangling in something? Can we just stay on the
get a height.
ground?
What's interesting that we stay on the ground for?
Ooh,
The
a
train.
tram.
You can just go on the train.
You can literally just get the train.
Yeah, what
Why
you're
do we have
describing
to
is a
do-
train.
And
Yeah.
also, Perth
When
is so windy.
Yeah, we are windy.
It's a fair
That
point.
could be an issue, actually. It's a good point. You're
But I
right.
do think the cable car would have a little bit extra incentive than the train. Like, what do people think when they think of Perth? Oh, probably the Fremantle train line. That's
train
an
line.
exciting one. Let's go along
But
there.
also, there'd be so many pockets that are just really nothing. Like the Kwinana Freeway. Who wants to dangle over that?
Well, I think you go. So you're going to go a cable car from Kings Park, then you're going over the river, and then you could
Okay,
probably just
that's
follow the
nice.
river.
Yeah.
Follow the
So
river,
then-
the shark-infested river.
No, we'll put
Well, yeah,
poles
but-
in the river.
Poles in the river.
Well, yeah, because you got to change direction.
You
It's,
do
it
it.
can't be a straight
I've
line.
already signed the petition against this for environmental reasons. I can
Whoa,
already see it.
okay. Yeah, what is the longest cable car?
Oh wow, they've already done this.
It's the Hon Tom cable car in Phu Quoc in
It's
Vietnam.
one of the great ones.
Yeah, the big cock they call it. Almost 8,000 meters
So
long.
8Ks. That the distance between Perth CBD or Kings Park and Fremantle's much further than 8 meters, so we would be covering that quite easily. That looks quite nice, don't you reckon?
Did you not look at this, Carly, and just think, wow,
no,
that's cool.
see, I used to live in Cairns, and they're famous for their cable car thing over the rainforest. All that, never did it once. I'm terrified of
That
these
one
things.
right there, though, right over the city, that's terrifying. Yeah, that one.
The thing is, I don't trust the people that put
that
these
legit?
things together. It's like I don't know these people. I
Yeah.
don't like. It's.
I trust WA.
Oh.
I don't. I
Like, look
wouldn't
how
trust
thin
Vietnam.
that little wire is, and you're just dangling there. Like, also, what's the solar panel for? I hope that's not running it. It's a small solar
But we've got
panel.
a lot of sun here. A
That is
sun-powered
sun
cable
world.
car keeps it keeps the ecos happy, and
After
then it
you've
keeps
drilled the
tourists
poles
happy. Yeah. The big poles going down into the river, and then you just land, and then it's like connected to the big drafts at Freo,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
and then you end up, and then you have a beer at Gage Roads. What more could you ask for?
Probably some funding because that sounds expensive.
Yeah, probably.
Probably
yeah.
could ask for some funding.
Poles in the river, especially.
Yeah, I think the cable car is good. Any other cliche like city items that we're missing?
What's Melbourne's main attraction? Like probably the MCG still, right?
Well, we've got a new stadium, so we're doing
Well,
fine there.
yeah,
And the
that's
stadium has
fine.
a big bridge. We've got a
Sydney has a bridge.
the Narrows Bridge needs to be done up. The Narrows Bridge is boring. So if you look at the skyline, there's no cool bridges next to it.
Yeah, we need a big bridge.
The new pedestrian one at along the
To
Causeway
Victoria
one.
Park.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it's not
And you
big
can
enough.
see it from you can see it from Kings Park with the lights on.
It's not big enough though. We just
bigger.
need to be bigger. Again, we are a city with a small penis.
There are a lot of small penises in Perth, and that has nothing to do with the infrastructure. But I do think we need a little bit more
Girth.
Make Perth girthy again. There we go. That's
And what does that look like?
what does that look like?
Big bridges,
bigger
big Ferris
cactuses?
wheels, bigger cactuses, everything. Just
Make-
go big.
Improve Perth girth. That's the new slogan we're going for here.
Do you know what we should get? Because obviously we've got all these personalities. And you know how they have like the Wally Lewis statue? Like who would be the personality that would get the iconic statue that everyone would pose with?
I've got one. There's this guy who does his updates on Instagram. Needs a statue.
Like, because we don't have a statue out the front of Optus, do we?
Yeah, well, there's a few.
Oh,
We've
is there?
Polly? oh no, there's only one. I think there might only be one.
Politicians don't count.
No, Polly Farmer.
Oh.
Footballer. As if a politician would have a statue.
Well, no, that in my
Actually-
hometown they do. Edmund
Really?
Barton, the first ever Prime Minister.
Oh, of course. Oh, really? Ed Barton? I think I do know that name, actually. Yeah, who is is it Polly? I think it's Polly, isn't it? Polly would make sense. He's got a whole tunnel named after him.
He does. He's got a whole freeway. Nicky Winmar
Yeah, it's
with
Winmar,
the
sorry.
famous.
Yes, yep.
Yep. So there is a statue outside.
Who
I don't
else?
think I've ever noticed those statues.
Does Ledger have one? Heath Ledger?
Oh my God, that would be iconic. That'd be a good looking
I
statue.
feel like he might have something at, what do they call that? artsy place where you go to learn theatre.
Oh,
and art.
Whopper.
Whopper, yeah. I think you might have
Woke.
something there. Artsy, woke.
Something that is girthy at the moment is the Fremantle Football Club,
Yeah.
and every week, if you're just joining us, we have been doing a flight check. We started, 5 weeks ago with
2,072.95 to be exact, and it's gone up pretty much every week, bar a couple of weeks ago. Our last update for the flights leaving on Thursday at 6 a.m, going across on Qantas and coming back on Virgin 6 a.m. on the Monday. We were looking at 3,268.95 last week. In that time, they've had a good win over the Suns, nothing special, boring as all hell game. And now at the moment, this morning, you're looking at that exact same price from last week. So
No change.
No change. So Flights Centre clearly not that keen on the Suns win, but we'll see after this weekend. They got GWS, which I think is a bit of a danger game. Just off the top of my head, I think they're shooting for 15
Agreed.
in a row. But no changes to the flights, which is great news for this time.
Socceroos. We've got a great time slot again here, 2 a.m. Saturday morning.
Oh,
Australia-
that's the men's team.
Yeah.
Yes. So we've got it's the male Matildas.
Male
That's-
The male
yeah.
Matildas. So the
Yeah.
male
How are
Matildas.
they doing?
They're doing okay. They've gotten through the group stage.
Yeah.
Matildas made semi, didn't they?
Semi and then lost to
Yeah.
England. That was a heartbreaker. It really was.
Man, what a time that was.
Sam Kerr scored a belter to
Yeah.
equalise from halfway out, and then went on to lose, unfortunately.
And she was carrying injuries throughout that. That was a great, it's a very similar feeling, but probably more so
Because of how far they got.
Yeah, I think they were always fancied, and so we rated their chances. But it feels somewhat similar, but this is just a little.
Yeah, and
probably a diet
hopefully it
version.
only grows if they get past Egypt. But getting up for 2 a.m. Saturday
Absolutely
morning.
not. But you know what? It's like, is the World Cup always been this big? Because I feel like at the moment, like maybe it's because McDonald's is doing the meals at the moment.
They always do.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just more aware of it this year, but I feel like everyone's
Unemployment
talking
helps
about
that.
the World Cup. And like, I know the World Cup, obviously it's a big deal because it's the world, but like, I feel like this year more than ever, people are talking about it. Or has everyone always followed it and
It's
I've just...
fair. Well, it's on at an okay time. It's early in the morning, but some games are at 8 a.m. But maybe the Socceroos' success in the first game specifically, if they lost the first game and looked as though they were going to be out of the tournament early on, there probably wouldn't be that much talk about it. But it is a big night for Eagles fans because they'll have the Friday night game taking on the Crows, and then do they just kick on and stay up until 2 a.m.?
Possible. I was actually going to touch on that, Eagles. So Friday night, but it's a double header. So it's kind of off Broadway for a Friday night. I was thinking, like, with all credit to Eagles fans, like, that's still going to get 45 to 50K, I reckon. And any other team sitting, 16th, 15th on the ladder against, like, the Crows, who are
Coming off-
going okay,
hang on.
like, should win, but
They
it's
also
not.
are coming off a bad loss last week.
Yeah. I don't think any other club in the comp are
No.
going to pull a crowd, which we kind of suspect West Coast will. So credit where it's due. The Eagles fans keep coming out in droves.
Could be a big night on Friday night, though, in saying that, with that Friday night game heading into the Socceroos. So
You're going to just
I think I might, yeah. I won't finish at the game until 11. And so I just stay up for another couple of hours.
go to the Northbridge Plaza, watch the screen.
Wait, who do you guys go for?
So I'm a Fremantle man, which
Oh.
we're just keeping quiet these days because I don't want to jinx anything.
Well, he's there. They've already won the flag, and I'm
Have
Port
you
Adelaide.
defected yet?
No, I'm just Port. I've been Port since a young age. Just like the colours,
Oh.
like the players. And you haven't? Have you chosen a team since you've
Well,
been over here?
obviously I'm thinking of going Freo now.
Yeah, well, you have to. They've won 15 in a 15 in a row.
You
Don't
wanna
say
back
that yet.
them?
No,
But
they've still
honestly,
got to
'cause
play.
Ever since I've been in WA, I don't think West Coast have been really anything, have they? They've
No,
not.
it's been a
No,
rough.
not since
It's been a
you've
rough
here.
few
But
years.
I
geez,
don't
they were a very good club for a long time. So you've come at a bad
When?
time. You might need West Coast fans might want Carly out, to be honest. Ever since you rocked up, they've been fucking horrible.
Because all I ever hear about is how bad they
Yeah,
are.
they're shocking now. But they're one of the great sides, one of the great clubs of all time.
Speaking of worst things, Seb.
Bad things, yeah.
Great transition. Of worst things, of things that suck. There's a few names rolling around in Perth. Seb's 5. This is the debut of Seb's 5. We've had Fitzy's 5 so far, and because I hadn't thought of anything, I was pretty glad to see this on the run sheet. Seb's already got one.
I've already got a top 5 worst suburb names in Perth. So look at it objectively. Clearly, there's some nice suburbs that have names that are. I don't think Dalkeith, like great suburb, clearly worth a lot of money. The name isn't Dalkeith. You know, it just sounds a bit bogan, don't you think?
Well, when you say it like that, Dalkeith.
Dalkeith.
Oh, you could
Anything
you could
with-
say Balga and make it sound really posh. I'm from Balga.
You can't. I don't think you
No,
can.
it's still
Yeah, you really tried with that one.
You
Even
did.
putting an accent on
Yeah.
it doesn't do it any
It
justice.
still sounds horrible. But that's an
Mirrabooka.
honourable mention, Dalkeith. I want people, I'm not having a crack at the suburb, just the name of it. So at number 5, Innaloo. What did you think of Innaloo when you first rocked up here?
Well, the thing is, I'm still learning suburbs, and it's funny.
You haven't heard of Innaloo?
No, obviously I have been, but I have. But Innaloo, it just, I just think loo toilet. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's not fan. But isn't it? It's getting like
Well,
up
it's nice,
there.
yeah. And that's what I meant. The name, specifically for its name, we're just looking at names here, not saying the suburbs. Shit, Innaloo's quite a nice suburb. Plenty of shopping
I mean,
to
there's
do.
Karen up.
But it's just,
What more do you want?
Karen Yap.
Oh no, wait, Karen up's in Karen up.
It is, funnily enough, Carly. No, you are doing well on your Perth geography these days.
but Innaloo, 5th worst suburb name in Perth. At 4, I've got Duncraig. I just think it's a nice suburb. I really like Duncraig.
There
as
seems
a
to be a
suburb.
theme that you don't like when like
Older.
old boomer male names are at the end of it. So we don't like Keith and we don't like Craig.
Duncraig. I think it just sounds Darrow. Upper Swan is at 3. It's Upper Swan.
Where is that?
That's it's near Swan View, but it's the most northern part of the Swan River, so they call it Upper Swan. That's the suburb.
Sounds fancy.
Upper Swan.
Yeah, it's not great. Like, where are you from? I'm just from Upper Swan.
I'm from Upper Swan.
Yeah, not great.
Not great. At number 2, Two Rocks. There's literally just 2 rocks there that they've gone.
Yeah.
It was only gazetted in 75, I think, and they've just gone. We've run out of names, I guess. Let's call this place Two Rocks.
Fortunately, not many people make it that far north.
Number 1, I think you're both going to be able to guess it. Cockburn. Cockburn. How's it not Cockburn?
I thought it was when I first
Yeah,
moved
you
here.
would have. Yeah.
Well,
Clearly.
it has to, like, there's no phonetical reason for it to not be Cockburn.
Can you name another word in the English language that has the CK in that letter sequence that has it pronounced silently? No, there's not one. There's knee,
Do you
which
think
is like
it is that,
silent
but then
K.
they just changed it along the way because they were sick of.
The piss taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, the piss.
But they
being
didn't
taken out
have
of it.
like the budget to change all the signage, so they just changed the pronunciation.
So it originates from Scottish Lowlands, which is a name composed of the Old English words cock, meaning rooster or wild bird,
So it's just, yeah,
and
it's
burner, meaning stream or brook. It translates to a stream frequented by more cocks. That's the origin. So it's
cock.
Cockburn. Why are we fucking around and calling it Cockburn? It is
Just
Cockburn.
is. And I'm very proud that the Fremantle Football Club are now based at Cockburn Ark. Cockburn Arse.
More cocks.
More cocks. Now this one, the property of the week in our real estate report. This one, you can't buy this property because it's been sold. As someone in their letterbox found out, this is from Reddit. So Luke Lally, the real estate agent, has just started giving out these slips into letterboxes. 3 Potter Avenue, Salter Point, sold by me. Well done, Luke. That helps. Like,
It is
good on you for selling it, but as this guy on
I
on
don't get it.
Reddit says, I don't
reckon-
really care about your career developments.
This guy literally has tickets on himself.
I reckon I've received one of these myself. It is playing devil's advocate. It is funny to look objectively, but he's just going, you could get this money as well. By the way, you live in this area. I've sold this place for 2.2. I probably could get you around that as well. But it is a bit of just a weird flex for him to come around and go, by the way, I've just made a shitload of commission.
But imagine being the person that bought that house. It's like he's rubbing it in your face. He's like, oh, look what the suckers paid for this. Look what I got for this. You want me
another
to
good
sell
point.
your home. Like,
His number's on there. You want to give him a ring?
he can get a good price because, like, that place doesn't. I mean, it looks nice, but like 2.2 million.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of concrete out the
Salter
front.
Point is
is it?
beautiful though.
Oh,
it's right on the
fancy.
river.
But that looks like you should have a shared wall there. Like, that doesn't even look like a full house.
Yeah, you're right. Well, Luke looks exactly how you'd expect him to look if he's dropping around pamphlets in people's mailboxes saying, I just
Also,
sold this
how much
place.
did that cost to make?
Actually, it was 2.3 million.
No, that's a great addition. Well done. But yeah, typical real estate agent there. I wanted to play a game before we wrapped up, by the way.
Looking forward to this game.
I don't know what to call it though. And actually, it's a word that you brought up earlier on in the show, personality. I've called it personality picks at the moment. Don't have an opener for it. Might get to it next week. If you do think of a better name for it over the next 10 minutes or so, let me know. But essentially, I've got two WA people pinned against each other, and you've got to tell me which one has more of whatever metric I set for them.
Sure.
So let's just say I pick, one of them will be Kevin Parker and Bon Scott. Which one's taller? That's not the metric, but there'll be different niche metrics, and you can play along if you're listening as well, clearly.
To be fair, there's every chance I'm still brushing up on my personalities.
Exactly.
I literally might not even know who you're talking
100%. Yeah, that's a good chance, but we'll have a crack anyway. So the first pair is Kevin Parker and Bon Scott, but the metric is who had more number one hits, or top 10 hits, I should say. Kevin Parker, Tame Impala, Tame Impala.
Yeah.
Bon Scott,
I would
ACDC.
say
So we're talking about ACDC as a whole throughout their whole.
Not the whole, just when Bon Scott was a part of it. I know, it's a little bit
Oh,
tough.
there's a little asterisk there.
A little asterisk.
Okay, because how long was he with us, Bon Scott?
For a while until Brian Johnson came in from, I think, 89, but that's just off the dome. Don't quote me on that.
Okay. I don't know. That was a pretty big time for them.
Yeah,
I'm still going to back Bon in.
You're backing
Because
Bon?
apart from, and I'm not saying this to be shady, the Elephant song, Tame Impala.
Correct.
What else?
The less I know, the better.
Yep. Dracula's been big recently.
And this is just because I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be.
No, of course. Less than I know, the better. Feels like I'm only going backwards was big. Was it top 10 big? Not sure. Who are you locking in, Fitzy?
I'll lock in Bon.
Okay.
I feel like my line of questioning helped with that. I'll lock in Bon too.
You're both wrong. Bon 2, Kevin Parker 3.
Oh, well, it was
Oh,
tight.
go Kev.
It was
That's
tight.
great.
Yeah, no,
contest.
that's fair enough. All right, next, a Prime Minister taking on an F1 driver. So we've got Bob Hawke taking on Daniel Ricciardo. The metric is seconds taken to completely chug a yard of ale. So that's 1.4 litres of beer.
Both very good drinkers, really good drinkers in their prime. Bob in his prime was unbelievable. Danny Rick probably still in his drinking prime now, actually.
Bob Hawke.
Fitzy?
I'll go Danny Rick then. I'll play
Bob
the other one.
Hawke. He actually held a world record
That's his
for a while
thing.
there, a Guinness World Record in 54 when he was a Rhodes Scholar at Oxford University. He downed a yard glass in 11 seconds flat.
And it just makes you proud, really.
And Danny Rick, he's never actually drunk a yard glass, but he's done a lot of shoeies, of course. But they're estimating him at 25 seconds, which is a long time. I'd back Danny for a little bit less than that. Hollywood accents. So this is Sam Worthington taking on Tim Minchin. Number of movies. Do you know either of them?
Yeah, but I didn't know Sam Worthington was from Perth.
Yes, he's got ties. Rockingham raised. Rockingham, your favourite place. A number of movies where they had to completely conceal their Australian accent and pretend to be American or British. Tim Minchin, Sam Worthington.
I'm going to go Sam.
I'm going to go Sam because I didn't know Tim Minchin was in any movies.
He was in four movies / TV shows.
Like Tim, I can only hear him in an Australian accent. Like
the
doing
guy
local
that plays
stuff.
the piano, the redhead guy?
I think so. I actually don't know.
He's done everything, Tim.
Tim Minchin,
Oh,
sorry.
talented
Sam, you're both right. Sam Worthington,
Okay.
30 for him. The maximum speed, so the metric is the maximum speed of a vehicle they have personally owned. This is Kevin Parker again taking on Melanie Perkins, who was the Canva founder.
The founder of Canva.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, well, she's got money to burn, literally. She couldn't afford those big V8 engines.
Well,
I'm
yes.
gonna
So
back
who's got a
her in.
car with a fast car?
I'm gonna back in Melanie for sure.
Okay, Fitzy.
I'll go Kev. I reckon he loves to drive around.
It's all tied up, 3-piece. Well done, Fitzy. Kev Parker, he does indulge in sports cars, and Melanie famously has just a baseline sedan.
Oh my god!
Second owned as well,
Literally,
second
his
hand.
band's called Tame Impala.
That's true.
I
This is
did not
point.
see that
This is
coming.
true, but is there things much more tame than creating a graphic design website? Which I love, by the way. I use it
It's
every day.
amazing.
But it's not really one that you go, God, she definitely just gets on the gear. And
Our two people are Kim Hughes and Lang Hancock. The metric is total number of dangerous or exotic wild animals kept as household pets.
What? Okay, I'm
well,
gonna
I
go.
can't believe I don't know this one off the top of my head.
I'm gonna go Lang because I feel like he had lots of money. Because the other guy's the F1 photographer, right?
No, well, he's the former Australian cricket captain.
Oh, I thought he was a photographer. That guy.
No. So he's a little bit different, Kim Hughes, but is he so different to have a heap of exotic animals living
I'm going
in
to go
his house.
Lang because after hearing Gina's the other day, like I reckon
Yeah.
they're just a bit nuts.
You're both bang on. So Lang had a pretty weird pet dingo that he used to fly around the state in the front seat of his private propeller plane.
That checks out.
Kim never owned anything exotic.
Gina was just in the back of the helicopter making bulldozer noises.
Speaking of Gina, $1 billion net worth between Gina or Twiggy Forrest.
Oh, Gina. Gina's number one in
Yeah,
the country at
Gina.
the moment, I think.
Yeah.
Gina, bang, bang. 4-4 apiece. This is good. The fast food fanatics versus the hardwood heroes. This is Jack Cowan taking on Bryce Cotton. The metric, total years spent living in the United States before officially, permanently moving to settling down in Western Australia. Of course, Bryce has gone on to not greener pastures. He's gone on to Adelaide. But how long was Jack Cowan in the US before he came here to Perth? And how long was Bryce Cotton in the US before he came to Perth?
Bryce.
I'm going to play devil's advocate and go, just because he's like was older.
Yeah,
I would say,
you can go.
maybe the Hungry Jack's guy.
Bang. Carly wins. Jack Cowan, 26 years. Bryce was 24 when he came over here.
That's close.
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 2 years separated.
So that's a good game, so
Well
that's
done.
it's one of your better
Yeah,
games.
I'll find some more. I got some like tattoo related ones, some felony ones that I'll bring up. Who's had more felonies between these two personalities in the future? So we'll bring that in next
I
week.
think the real question is, when are you going to make the segment as a personality?
Yeah,
Where, the felonies one. I'm in that one. Before
I
we-
did listen to that episode.
What, of Perth behind bars. That's a good one. We're just about wrapping up. We made very good time. Just a quick forecast. Firstly, the weather is looking grey. It's looking pretty grey, guys. We're looking with Jaden just before because he might head up to Kalbarri and it's 25 and sunny next week. So I might just take a spontaneous road trip because down here at home, we're looking just below 20s. We're looking at a couple showers. The more important forecast, of course, is the weekend forecast. What are we doing?
Footy tomorrow night, clearly for West Coast. Hopefully they get up. I like to see them have a win. And then playing footy Saturday. Saturday night, I'm actually going to watch Toy Story 5 in
Huge.
gold class.
Don't
Gold
get too,
class.
don't
yeah.
get too carried away.
Must be nice. I'm
Yeah,
not doing
going
that.
well.
That's for sure. In
That's
my
what-
unemployment
That's what
era.
employment gets you. Gold class at Toy Story 5. And then Sunday I'll do bugger. I'm trying to mow the lawns, but that rain doesn't help. And I don't mind that, to be honest, because I can just sit on my ass on the couch all day. and just
Well,
chill
no,
out.
don't worry because they're only developing in the afternoon.
No,
so
I
you'll
think
be
they're gonna-
sweet to do them in the morning.
You'll find that it will be developing in the morning. Carly, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to call her a personality. But have you guys heard of Brooko Moves? Do you follow her on YouTube?
Rings a bell, actually.
So she was like trying to buy a house in Perth and made the whole YouTube series about it. Like I was obsessed, right? She finally got a house. I've since become friendly with Brooke, and because I've like followed her YouTube journey, I'm going over to see the house she purchased.
Oh, wow.
Is it in Balcatta as well?
It ain't. It's out.
Mirrabooka.
It-
Westminster.
Let's just say we're going on a bushwalk before.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
yeah.
She just cleared her own land somewhere. Like,
The YouTube series did that well.
I love it. Oh, that's actually quite exciting.
That is
I
cool.
can't wait. I love poking around people's houses.
I
Are
do
you
find
guys like that?
houses really interesting.
Yeah, it's like, and you're just like, okay, I feel like I see people in a different light when I see how they live.
Yeah.
Like, you're in a share house, right? Oh no, you're still living with parents energy.
Ouch.
Am I
No,
right?
I'm out. Oh, I'm out.
Nah, he's out. He's out. He's
Oh,
doing
you're
well.
out at home. Good
Yeah,
for you.
yeah, on the street. Oh, actually, just round the corner.
I didn't
If
see
you-
that.
He actually saw his
Yeah, I
place
got
and
kicked
all
out
good.
because after the second felony, they were like, "Nah, had enough of you." So yeah, which was actually on the back of looking around houses, but it's just harder when you're trying to sneak in at 2 a.m. with a balaclava, and you don't get to spend much time actually looking at the scenery. But yes, sorry, we digress.
What were you doing for the soccer? Are you going to go watch?
Planning to, but yeah, see the 3 a.m. one a couple of weeks ago. I was like in bed on the Friday by like 8 to like make up for it, but obviously working at the footy is going to make that tough. So
Yeah.
undecided whether
Just
we
kick
just
through with
carry
me.
on,
We'll kick through.
kick through.
Where are
Gotta
people
play
watching the soccer in Perth? Like, is there like, are they doing it at Yagan Square?
Northbridge Plaza. There's a live site. So
That seems dangerous.
no,
At 3 in the morning.
don't worry. 2 a.m. Saturday is
Hope
just
they
the
got that
time.
police bus
The
there.
families are out. You can take your picnic blanket if you want.
It's not that good. It's really not. Stay home. Seriously.
Unless you got flares, no pyro, no party. That just about does it. Thank you for joining us on West Bias, keeping you up to date with the most unbalanced news source in WA. Carly, thanks for making your debut.
No worries.
Hopefully we have you back.
I hope so.
If you've not hated it.
No, it's been nice. It's been a bit of a fever dream. It'll be interesting to listen back to this.
It's fever dream. Well, last night was a movie, bro. Should have been there.
I am a little bit worried about my fat cat comments, so maybe I won't be
Yeah, you
allowed.
might
Maybe I
cop it
might
for
get
that.
cancelled.
That's
So
true.
maybe you guys won't be able to handle the backlash. But if the backlash stays at bay, I will come back.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Well,
See you next time.